Welcome to the Second Briefing Podcast with Scott and Tom. We're recording from the Gunslinger Clubhouse in beautiful downtown Hillsboro.
Hey everybody, I'm Scott, and I spent 23 years on patrol at a local sheriff's office.
Hey, and I'm Tom. I spent 26 years at that same sheriff's office working with Scott.
In this podcast, we're going to be speaking with former and retired police officers about their life after police work and how they've been dealing with civilian life.
Hey, and maybe we'll have a little fun along the way. Boom, hashtag.
Okay, everybody, let's get to the podcast.
All right, this is podcast number 1, right?
man.
I guess, number 1,
Yeah.
the inaugural.
Here we are,
Scott and Tom.
Tom and Scott.
Scott and Tom, Tom and Scott.
It's
Who
alphabetical.
knows?
It's alphabetical. We got to be alphabetical.
Yeah, it's alphabetical. S is before T, right? So,
Yeah,
So-
man. So tell me what you've been doing.
Oh.
How long you were at the sheriff's office?
yeah, so I was at the sheriff's office for 26 years. And during that time, I spent most of my time, I think 9 years, on the traffic team as a motor officer. That was probably the best job I ever had at the sheriff's office.
Yeah, you had blonde spiked hair. Which
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was really into bleaching my hair back then.
that was amazing.
Back in the early, 2000s, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. Bleaching my hair. I got the whole team to bleach their hair one time.
And weren't you reserve prior to that?
Yeah, I was a reserve at Portland Police for 2 years, from 96 to 98. And then I got hired to the sheriff's office in 1998. Long time ago for some of you guys.
Man, that's a long time.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. I had several jobs at the sheriff's office and patrol. I was the FTO, kind of like you were. Didn't really like the FTO job very much.
It's not the easiest.
Didn't like having people in my car.
Driving your car.
Yeah, driving my car, it's a little scary sometimes. What else did I do? Bike team, bicycle team, clan lab, clandestine stuff. Mobile field force, that was a good job I had. I like that.
The MFFers, yeah.
Doing MFF for the riots and being a grenadier. And, I'm sure there's several more. I just can't remember them all.
Yeah, you did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
TriMet.
TriMet. Oh, yeah.
you were on
TriMet was
too. Yeah, yeah.
TriMet was a good gig, too. I like that because I like going down to Portland and working. That was a lot of fun.
That was when it was actually cool that then.
Yeah, yeah.
TriMet position.
TriMet was a fun job back in the day. It was a kind of a task force,
Yeah.
so it was good. What'd you do? Tell us about your
Well, I
job at
was
the
a
sheriff's
reserve
office.
in 2000, and I didn't know Tom before that, and we were introduced by a friend of a friend. Well, I guess it was a friend of both of us, a mutual friend, I should say. And rode with him. I got hired as a reserve in 2000, went through the academy, and rode with Tom quite a bit, then branched off to some other people.
There's a funny story one time you rode with me.
We have to go over that story?
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to talk about it.
Well, I got real excited on a traffic stop, and Tom forgot to tell me to put it in park, or I forgot to put it in park.
I
or
forgot
something
to-
happened.
I forgot to
gotta
tell
blame it
him.
on Tom. No, I goofed up. I didn't put it in a car. Almost ran over Tom.
It just was in
It wasn't
reverse.
funny at the time, but it's funny now.
Yeah, it's really funny now.
He was yelling at me. It was great. But yeah, I did that for a year and a half, and then I got hired full time in 2001. And within a couple of years, I was a defensive tactics instructor, and I did that for 12, 13 years. And then I ended up being a lead vehicle and stops instructor. And I also taught down at the State Academy in Salem for a couple of years, doing the same thing. The sheriff allowed me to go do that. It was obviously related to.
So you're big into instructor jobs.
I was an instructor guy, and then
Yeah.
then I did the FTO thing for like 16 years at a plethora of recruits. I wanted to use a big word for you there.
Plethora, that's a big word. That's a $7 word.
It is $7.50 now with
Yeah,
inflation.
it's a good one.
Yeah, so I did that for a while, then finally decided I was done doing that, and then left basically. And I was also a reserve deputy coordinator. What that means is I did a lot of work helping to hire reserves, train reserves, do their academies, and after a while I was running them all with some of that. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. Lots of overtime. That got tiring. So about, 6, 7 years before I retired, I basically just stopped doing all of it and just did the patrol thing on day shift.
Yeah. All the skill, none of the will.
Yeah.
That was our motto on day shift. All skill, no will.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
You have all the skill, but you're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Got a little old.
It did get old. But yeah, I did that until just last October, and Tom and I left about the same time.
Yeah, we both retired in October.
And I was just old enough to leave double nickels, so I was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. Maybe there were some things I would have done, but I like the way it went. So yeah,
Yeah.
happy to be done with it though.
Yeah, me
At this
too.
point.
It gave my family a good lifestyle.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a good career for the 26 years.
yeah.
We got a,
Saw a lot of crazy stuff and good stuff and bad stuff, but you get to retire kind of at an early age, which is nice.
yeah, if you would have said 26 years ago, if you would have told me that, hey, you don't have to work
Yeah,
in 26 years, I would have said, you're high as a kite. There's no way.
yeah.
I'd be retired at 56, 57 years old.
It's amazing what you can do, as far as being in that career. You see a lot of horrible things, but the payoff is you can retire early.
Yeah.
And if you want to do another job, you can.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We're doing this.
Yeah. Scott, what are you doing right now? You have a job?
No, I don't have a job at all.
Oh.
It's been really nice. What about you? Do you have a job?
Yeah. No, I did take a job for 3 hours, but quit within 3 hours.
Yeah, that was
It
the
was,
fastest job ever.
Yeah, it wasn't really what I wanted. It's too much like being a cop, so I had to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is what we're doing. Nothing. We're just talking on mics right now.
We've been going to coffee. I go to coffee
Yeah.
different times a week with different groups of
Have
people.
coffee.
and- yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I've been going on vacation a lot.
Yeah.
Cruises. I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to.
just came back from a big cruise,
Yeah,
huh?
just came back from a cruise, and I'm going to. Was it Costa Rica next in
Oh, man.
like 7
Good to see
days?
another retired guy.
Yeah, another retired guy. I might interview him when we're down there.
You
Might ha-
could. You
I
should.
might have to talk to him, put him on the spot here while we're
Yeah.
down there. Go see Johnny.
Yeah.
Some of you guys might know Johnny. Yeah,
That's awesome.
just enjoying the free time, not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, we went to last year. Went to Leavenworth, the Christmas town
Oh,
up in
yeah.
Washington, because I really hate Christmas.
Yeah, Scott's thing is he loves Christmas. He's Mr. Christmas.
That's right. I'm like Junior Clark Griswold.
Yeah, Junior. He's probably more Clark. He's more than Clark is.
Yeah. Clark maybe had more lights on the roof than I did though, because I'm not going to get up on my roof. It's too steep.
Yeah, house is taller too.
True. I'm not really afraid of heights. I'm just afraid of falling.
Yeah,
That's not a good thing.
of the fall, of the hitting the ground. You're not afraid of falling. You're afraid of hitting the ground.
Yeah, I could fall. If I didn't hit anything, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
That'd be weird though. This is a show about nothing.
Yeah.
Today. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going on.
we're just. It's kind of the intro,
Yeah, this is just
so you
kinda-
guys get to know us a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit goofy, just so
Yeah.
y'all know.
Yeah.
I say some weird things, and if we have some surprise guests that might just drop in on us somewhere every once in a while.
Yeah.
You
We'll
know.
just welcome them right in.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I thought to myself, we have this thing that's it's a House bill that we're allowed to carry concealed allegedly in all 50 states.
Oh, yeah.
Once you're retired.
That's like work. We
In
did
good
some
standing.
work.
Yeah, and
We went to work on Monday.
we went to work, and the range is very different because when we were full time, you'd be there from anywhere from 4 to 10 hours. Whether you're we were at a local area gun range, which is all outdoor, and you're in these pits, and we would have rain, snow, sleet, hot sun, all the different conditions, and you always had to prepare.
And we
for
did it 4 times a year, right? Wasn't it back then 4 times a year?
Well, maybe.
I think it was 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Because we did a night qual.
Yeah, because you had to go
Yeah.
at night. Well, then after a while, the sheriff's office got some extra funding, I guess. I don't know how it worked, but because I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't high enough up in the sheriff's office to find out. But basically, we got money to make a training facility. It's really nice out in Hillsboro and nice indoor range. And Monday, we went into the range and
With
man,
all-
what do you think?
With all the old retired guys.
Yeah.
But there's only 2, was there 2, 3 old retired guys there? And then
The rest of us are more recently, within
yeah,
the last 2 years, retired.
like 5 of us that just retired.
Yeah, and probably one of the best range days ever.
It was like 7 minutes long
Yeah,
to shoot.
like normally like shooting 50 rounds just to qualify, and you're starting at 25 yards out, and then you got to go all the way up to
3 yards.
3 yards.
Yeah.
This one was from 15 and in.
Yeah.
And it was half the amount of ammo.
25 shots.
Yeah.
And it's
it
just
was
pass or fail.
no score, no pressure.
Yeah.
And then it was horrible because then clean the gun real quick because you didn't put that many rounds through it.
Yeah.
And then we hightailed it over to some food carts.
Went to the food carts in downtown Hillsboro, and then the group
Hung
of
out.
us hung out and talked about not working.
Yeah,
None of us
are working.
I don't think any of us have a job.
No, it's phenomenal. And we're all from different parts of the area, so it's nice to get together and hang out. And
Yeah.
people I don't see as often, but Yeah, that was the best range ever.
Yeah, it was
I
the
wish
best
it was
range.
more like that when we were working full time.
Yeah, yeah. It literally was swear like it's like 7-8 minutes to shoot,
Yeah,
and then it took them longer to look at our targets, I think, than it did to shoot.
yeah, it was great. No vest.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Because normally you're wearing basically your duty gear, and this with no vest, you just had your gun on your hip and your extra mag in your hand, basically.
Yeah.
Well, not in your hand, it's in your pocket.
yeah. I put it. Yeah,
I just shooting one-handed, you just,
yeah. Pull the mag out of my back pocket,
Yeah.
reload, go
Yeah,
again.
That was it.
Yeah,
Nothing more.
yep. It was a great range day, and we're
Yeah.
good for a year.
Yeah. And then next year we gotta do the same thing.
Next March we'll do it again.
Yeah. Look forward to it. I used to get frustrated to go to the range because it became more of like a job than actually, or a chore, I guess.
Yeah,
'Cause
used to love the range when I first got hired. Used
yeah,
to
was
love
fun
it.
to shoot. And,
Used to do all kinds of shooting competitions, and then, like you said, it became more of a job. Like, oh, we got to go to the range, and oh, it's raining out. And when we did it in the pit, down out in Sherwood, and then it's raining, it's snowing, it's cold. Now it's 100 degrees, and it's just
yeah.
was terrible.
no fun at all.
Yeah. And
You
now,
never get one of those just right days.
Yeah.
It's too hot, too cold, too wet.
yep.
And it's so far away from where I live.
Yeah. It's a 40-minute drive for pretty
Yeah.
much everybody. Well, me too.
Yeah. I mean, it's because
Out
it's in
here.
the whole south part of the metro area, and most people live up here in the north part of the county, I guess.
Yeah.
More so. But then there's guys that we have friends that live out in Molalla, and they live clear out the east side county, out towards. I don't know. I joke with one guy, he might as well come from the Dalles as opposed to where he lives.
Yeah.
It's so far away.
Yeah. Some people live pretty far away, which I don't get it either.
Yeah.
They like to drive.
Yeah.
An hour to work, an hour home.
Yeah, there's some that work that live 2 counties down from us. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
even understand how you can drive that far. But hey,
Yeah.
that's your decompression time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Mine's at home with a nice tequila. Or it used to be. Not so much anymore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Except on vacation.
Well, you gotta have it on vacation, like on
Yeah.
a cruise, for example.
Yeah, the cruise, I drank a little too much tequila.
Well, that's okay.
Played a little too much craps, but it was fun.
Well, everybody knew who you were on the boat after a while here.
Yeah, Thomas Brown hit the craps table. Yeah, they gave us a free cruise.
Yeah.
I played craps so much. But
That's why I used to say, Tom Brown, write it down.
Tom Brown, write it down. Yeah,
Put it in your phone. Done.
that's right. Everybody knows me.
Yeah.
From here
Hollywood.
to, yeah, well, that's right, Hollywood too. They knew me as Hollywood on the boat too.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's
fun.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, from time to time we'll have, like you said, we'll have special guests. And oh look, it's one of our good friends. Hello, everybody. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey, it's Arnold.
What are you guys doing over here?
What are you doing in Hillsboro?
Well, I was just driving through in my Hummer, and I thought maybe I'd stop by. I heard you guys were doing a podcast.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming by, Arnold. What are you going to do today? Well, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get pumped, because I get to get the pump in the morning and the pump in the evening.
Maybe we can smoke some cigars later, too.
Yeah, with, my donkeys, Lulu and whatever. There's a Lulu and somebody else, I can't remember the name. I'm getting old, I'm almost 80 now.
Well, appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. I got to get back to my Hummer.
Have a good day.
Hasta la vista, Thomas. I'll see you
All right.
later.
Boom.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, it was
Glad
nice
he
of him to
stopped
stop by.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
Proud of him.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
yeah. His kid's an actor now.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
He's in one of these weird HBO shows.
Yeah, which one?
Was it The White Lotus?
Is that his kid?
Yeah, that's his kid.
Oh. The newest White Lotus, right?
Yeah, the one in Thailand.
Yeah. We just started watching that. It's kind of slow.
Yeah, it's a little different than the other ones.
Yeah.
But he's the dad that's having the trouble with the business or whatever. He's the son, the one that's always talking about.
The younger one. Or the
No,
older
it's
one?
the oldest son.
The oldest one?
There's the 2 sons and the daughter.
Yeah.
Who came to.
Yeah, the one that talks about that she's never been laid.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
I just watched that one.
Yeah, if you look at him in the face, you go, oh, I can see the resemblance.
Oh.
It's his and the Kennedy gal. I can't think of her name.
Is it
Maria
the
Shriver?
Oh, is this?
I
It's not the
think
maid?
It's not the maid. No, it's not the maid.
I thought it was
Or
the maid.
nanny.
I thought it was the
It's
maid
not the
one.
nanny's son.
Nice.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. No, I cannot.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I can't afford a nanny. So, I mean, I don't really need one.
No, neither do I. So, well, what else? What else is going on?
Man, nothing. My dog just had surgery
Yeah.
on his basically an ACL in humans. So he's wearing the cone of shame for the last 3-4 weeks, but he's doing better. He's not even 4 yet, but he'll be fine.
Hmm.
Yeah, a couple more weeks and he'll be good to go.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. You did it like during Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, it was right around the
Right,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
It's a good thing I'm retired, so we pretty much had to watch him 24/7 for the first couple of weeks, and then after that, it was like you can leave him alone.
You're like a nurse, a vet tech.
I was.
Yeah.
Should be getting paid.
Put that on your resume.
I guess PERS is paying me to be a nurse.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah. I heard you did your taxes. You don't need to tell us what you had to pay, but it was,
Yeah, it was different.
we all had to pay.
Yeah, we all had to pay.
We all had to
unfortunately.
pay.
Oh man, good old Uncle Sam. Want
Yeah.
my money, I guess.
I know, mine too.
Well, maybe if Elon cuts the IRS completely out, that'd be great.
That would be nice.
taxes.
Yeah, no taxes. Stop paying taxes. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Let's do a poll. You guys can leave it in the comments. But there's no comments. The comments are off, just so
Comments
you
are
know.
out today.
Yeah.
They'll be on soon.
So,
They'll be on soon.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it's been great because you do whatever you want whenever you want, and you don't really have a schedule.
Yeah.
It's still hard for me to sleep in, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning for years on day shift
Mhm.
just to get ready for work and doing stuff. But
Yeah, the same problem. I still get up sometimes at 5 or 4, and
yeah,
it's hard to go back to, once I get up, it's hard to go back to sleep, and my mind still keeps going.
yeah,
I still take some, sleeping meds once in a while to get, to go to sleep.
yeah.
But I try not to. It all depends. And then my wife kind of keeps me up too, her snoring. She's not going to want to hear that.
Isn't that the
But
worst?
yeah, I know.
It's
She's
the
not going to
worst.
like that.
Yeah, that's not. You might have to cut that one out.
We'll have to
But
edit that
I'll
out.
tell you, I feel your pain.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh man, yeah, that's not good. You know, I might do it too, but how am I supposed to know?
yeah.
I'm asleep, man.
Yeah. I have a CPAP, so I don't really snore anymore.
I was using it, but mine was so mild, I hated it after a while. And so I have a little mouthpiece thing, and the doc says that's okay for now. We'll see. But yeah, I haven't had any problems. But yeah, that CPAP, that was rough.
Yeah.
It was okay the first couple times, like, oh, this is new, I can do this, but
It took me a while to get used to it.
yeah.
Once I got used to it, and then, when I was heavier, I had to have it every night. But now that I'm not, since
Yeah,
I
you
lost
lost
the
a ton of
weight,
weight,
and
yeah.
now I don't really need it. I don't feel, if I don't use it, I don't really notice it as much
Right.
as I used to. But I still use it every night. I try to.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it with me to Costa Rica though, because I'm only taking a carry-on. So
Yeah.
I'm just taking shorts and tank tops and flip-flops.
So Costa Rica, now is there a specific town that you're staying in, or
Yeah, it's I can't think of the name of the town.
is that going to be the same area where Johnny
Yeah,
has
it's the
his
same.
house?
It's the same area where Johnny's house goes. So Johnny got us basically it's a Airbnb kind of thing where we are staying for the first couple days, and then he won't be there because his son's graduating from tech school for the Air Force, so he's flying to that. Then he flies home, and then we're going to stay with him at his house for the last 4 days.
Oh, very nice.
And then we'll fly home. I'm going on a fishing charter with my buddy Jetman, and we're gonna go catch like yellowfin tuna, maybe a sailfish or two.
Oh man, that'll be awesome.
Oh yeah, it should be fun.
Now, are you gonna be able to ship that back?
Yeah, well he told me we can bring it back in a cooler. He packs a cooler, and then he freezes it while we're there, and then he brings it as a carry-on.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
But it won't smell up the plane or anything.
no, because it stays frozen, I guess.
Because it's what? How many hours? From
Well, it's an
Costa Rica
all-day
to LA?
flight. It's an all-day flight.
But you said, I think we were talking earlier. You said you go from here to LA,
LA.
and then LA to Costa Rica. How long is that leg?
I don't know. Well, we
It's
leave.
got to be more than 3 or 4 hours, right?
No, it's long. Yeah, I get in like at midnight, I think, in Costa Rica time, which is 2 hours different than
Because I'm
here.
taking you to the airport
Yeah,
next week.
yeah.
and you're leaving your flight leaves at 8.
No, it leaves at 11.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm picking you up at 8.
Picking me up at 8.
So it leaves at 11. LA, and then that's what 2 hours to LA. So you're
2 hours to
getting in
LA, and
1
then
o'clock. Okay, then are you laid over at LA for a bit?
LA. I think it's an hour and a half or 2 hours at LA, and then
So
we
not
get.
even leaving until 3 or so.
I think we get into San what do you call it? That
Is it San Juan Capistrano?
yeah,
It sounds good.
yeah. I don't know.
that's not right.
I don't know what time we get in there. It's an all. So Johnny says it's an all day trip airline. It's
But you're
all
getting it
day.
at midnight there.
Yeah, I think we get in late.
Is
Like
it-
it's a wash, so we get in late Wednesday night, like super late, like probably 11-ish, 11:30ish.
How many hours ahead are they?
Two. They're
Oh,
2
it's only
hours.
two?
It's only 2 hours
Like
different.
Texas.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
That's not horrible.
no,
You lose
and it's hot. I guess it's super hot down there right now.
Oh man,
So
you gonna wear your cruise
my
outfit?
my kimono.
It's a kimono.
I
and
got
the
my kimono
matching
and
shorts?
flip flops or no shirt all day. Yeah.
No moo for you.
No, I got no
Just a
momo.
kimono-
I got a
a
kimono.
kimono?
Kimono and shorts and flip flops.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat.
And the fur jacket.
No fur coat. I'm not bringing a fur coat.
I should say fur coat. It's not a fur jacket.
It's too hot for a fur coat.
Yeah, but
Down
it looks
there.
really cool.
It would look cool, but it looks silly
You'd be-
too.
Yeah, but you'd be
Because it's
sweating.
100 degrees down there.
Whew, that's hot.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I've never been there. This is the
That'd
first
be
time
good.
I get my passport stamped. I've been out of the country too, but I've never had my passport stamped.
Oh,
It's just the first time.
mine expires in 2 months. I got to get a new one. Because we went to Mexico with some friends 10 years. Well, I guess it's been 10 years ago, and I got to get that done. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, ours is good till 2030 now, I think.
Yeah. 2039.
30.
Oh, 2030. I was like, wow,
2030.
really extension on that one.
Yeah, 2030.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we don't have any big trips planned. I mean, we got a coast trip with the family, my mom and some other people.
Yeah.
Go to Nesquin for a few nights. That'll be good. And by that time, the dog, his name is Bucky, by the way, he'll be fully healed so he can run on the beach and stuff. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Kind of a reward for having to go through all that. But then I think the only other thing we're going to go down to Arizona at the end of the year. My good friend John, who's also a police officer, he's his stepson, I guess, is getting married, so we're going to go down for that.
Hmm.
That's the only other planned trip that we know of.
Yeah,
There's
we
always
got,
stuff that pops up though.
yeah.
Like you can go there.
We got lots of trips this year because we got motorcycle rides and
Yeah.
Sturgis, and then we're going to what is it, OKC, Ohio, or
Is that
Oklahoma
also for a
City
motorcycle?
thing. Yeah,
But are you riding down there
yeah,
to Oklahoma?
yeah. Riding to Oklahoma and riding to Sturgis.
So 2 separate trips.
2 separate trips.
nice.
One's in June and one's in what's it? One in June, one in August. So, yeah,
That'd be good.
it'd be fun. I like to ride. I'm gonna be selling my red motorcycle. If anybody wants to buy a 2013 Road Glide this summer, let me know. It's gonna be for sale.
Email Tom.
Tom, get a hold of me. You know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Smoke signals, whatever you want.
There you go. Jeez. Oh man, yeah, it's been great. I love this.
Yeah,
It almost feels. I was talking to somebody the other day. It almost feels like it was years ago that we left. It
Yeah, I
feels
know.
like it almost didn't happen. I mean, I know we were there for a long time, but I feel like it was a different lifetime, and it's only been a few months.
yeah. It feels
which
like
to
it.
me is
Yeah,
weird.
I feel the same way. Like it doesn't feel like we were. I mean, it feels like it was forever ago that we were
Yeah,
pushing a sled. Driving cars and
yeah,
going to briefings and putting our uniforms on and
yeah.
all that stuff, and taking calls, and I don't even have dreams about it anymore. I used to dream about
I know.
those stupid dreams where my gun jams or whatever.
Oh, I hate that. Or it won't
And-
fire.
Yeah, it doesn't fire.
Or it
And
doesn't do anything.
yeah, and I don't have any of those dreams. It's just I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just it's like it never happened, almost, which is great.
Yeah, it is great, and I know, and there's a lot of guys that we've talked to. Even on Monday, we were talking to some of the other guys that were with us, and I think a couple of them. One of them had a medical retirement. Probably he's been about 4 or 5.
He's probably about 4 years, I think. 4 years
and
been
then 2 of them
retired.
were about the same time, and then you and I were about a year and a half after them.
Yeah,
because they retired in 23, I believe.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and then
And they all will be on the show too, hopefully.
yeah, we don't want to give their names away yet.
Not
'cause
yet.
They're all going to people we want to chat with. But they've been a long time ago, feels like. And now that some of the guys I'm still friends with at the office, There's a couple of them I still hang out with pretty regular, and they don't hate it, but they've been at it so long also that they're kind of ready to do the same thing, but they can't yet because
Yeah.
one of the guys isn't old enough, and because he started at like 21,
Yeah.
and he's just like he's so frustrated. Like when he hits his 25-year mark, he'll only be 48, but you have to be 50 to retire.
Yeah.
Here, and he's just like, oh, I gotta go an extra 2 years, because he's almost 48 now, so he's getting close. And then the other guy, he's got a little more time. I joke with him when he retires, I'll be almost 70 years old. But he's a great friend, and we still hang out often. And I would, it's up to Tom, but I'd interview that guy too, even though he's still there.
Yeah.
He'd be fun to have on the show later down the road.
Yeah.
So we'll reserve his name for later. But that's the thing is, kind of segueing into that a little bit is our goal of this podcast is to get some of these guys. We have one of our good friends that actually Tom was actually his FTO for a little bit, and this other guy and I got hired in the Reserve Academy together and went through the Reserve Academy and were reserves together, and then we got hired a month apart. I got hired a month ahead of him full time. He left early, so he took a little bit of a ding on his retirement, but he started his own coffee company, and I'll just leave it at that. And he's been doing great, and he really loves that. And he was in it for, I think, right around 22 years,
Yeah.
something like that. And then we've got several guys that we've talked about already that are going to be on the podcast, or we hope to have on the podcast. I keep saying podcast.
Padcast. Yeah. It's your
Hey,
little
what
accent.
am I, from Boston?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What do you-
Boston.
what do you-
Get some baked beans over here.
Yeah. Get some lobster.
You left that. But yeah, we're going to have those guys on and talk to them. Maybe, a little bit about what they did during their career, but more focus on, what they're doing now.
Yeah,
and
life
how they're
after.
spending life.
Life after police work, because there is life after police work. It's not all about that silly job we did. I mean,
Yeah.
it was an important job, but
Yeah.
there's life after it, and it's just let people know that there is stuff to do after being a cop.
Yeah. And I think that's important to know. I mean, there's lots of things that come along with it. There's good times, there's bad times. We see a lot of good stuff. We get to help people, and we see some bad stuff and stuff that, I don't know, obviously bothers us.
Yeah.
But, you learn to deal with it, and we may touch on some of that stuff from time to time, but it's mostly to find out how people are doing now and what they're doing and how they
Yeah.
feel.
And have some fun. That's our goal.
Yeah.
That's my goal. I like to
Yeah.
have fun. I like to joke and
Yeah.
be a little thorn in people's sides.
Well, yeah. We like a little skullduggery around here.
Yeah.
Tomfoolery,
because that's my name. Tomfoolery.
Is it a hashtag?
Tommy Buckmaster, hashtag.
Hashtag.
3 words. Tommy Buckmaster.
There's always 3 words, it seems
Yeah.
like. With you.
Yeah.
3 words.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
But yeah, hey, I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Look forward to, hope you guys tune in our next podcast. And got anything else to say, Scotty?
Nope, I agree. Yeah, thanks for listening, and we will get some shows out here as soon as we can once we get some people lined up.
Yeah, we'll hopefully have one out probably, but maybe try to do one once a week or once every couple weeks. All right?
All right.
Peace out. We'll see you in 2 and 2.
Later.